Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a worth the buy or not on the brand new, very controversial KKW Beauty Contour Kit. I know there's probably going to be a very mixed feedback on this video because on my last KKW video, it was just a lot of negativity down below. And I really quickly want to say, I gain nothing from reviewing the KKW products. I paid for these products with my own money. They're expensive as shit. So the fact that I'm going out and buying them not only is because I want to review them, but it's because I genuinely want to try them. So when I spoke about how I actually really liked these sticks, I literally use them every single day. I just want to quickly throw that out there. I don't gain anything. I don't gain any money. I don't gain any like free product or anything from KKW from me speaking about these, but if I like something, I genuinely like it. I have no reason to lie to you guys for attention or for anything, no. So I'm gonna be reviewing the contour kit. So at first I honestly wasn't going to be getting it. I was like, that looks weird to me. Like, I just feel like the whole contour kit concept was so in like 4 or 5 years ago when Anastasia first did it. If Kim Kardashian would have done that before Anastasia, holy shit. She just waited a little too long to release this because I feel like now contour kits kind of died down. I feel like people, if they want to kind of bronze up or just contour a little bit, they just use a bronzer. I don't feel like it's a whole contour kit spiel. But then this started to get a lot of attention when she swatched it. And that's when everybody was like, what the fuck? Like, that looks like shit. Like, I remember watching her swatches and she was like, look how pigmented it is. And I'm like, then I watched her tutorial with Desi Perkins and I saw how gorgeous that highlight looked and I was like, that looks beautiful. I'll quickly say, this contour kit was pricey. It was $52 plus shipping ends up being like $61. So it is pricey, but then again, it's pretty cool because you do get a brush and you get the kit, and the kit does have a mirror. So when you add mirrors and like that little extra stuff to a palette, that's when things get a little bit more expensive. So I get that. The only thing that really frustrates me about KKW Beauty is that they do not have free shipping yet, which is kind of annoying because I really appreciate when it's like spend $40, get free shipping. I feel like this palette for $52 deserves some free shipping ASAP. So same concept as the contour sticks. It looks like this, like the Pat McGrath whole situation. But to be honest, I really wish that she would do something a little bit different. It's not too bad. Packaging at the end of the day is just gonna get thrown out, so it doesn't really matter. When you open the brush and you get this, very similar to the other brushes that I have right here. They're a little tiny bit bigger and fluffier. This one's much more dense. So these do feel really soft. Now the brushes that I like to personally use to do contour when I want something really, really subtle and to do blush along that little like area right here, I do use something that is kind of like this one. It's, you can see how these are kind of angled out so that it kind of gives you that nice, smooth out, very, very, very subtle contour. So I do see that she's going with that direction where it's kind of angled up here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get to these because I'm super excited to be reviewing this palette. These are what the colors look like. And then you get a mirror right here. Now she has 3 kits. She has her light kit, she has her medium kit, and then she has her dark kit. I really quickly want to say color range for the kits, I'm not a huge fan of. I feel like the light one is not light. That's more like for a light person. When I think of that kit, I think of Kim Kardashian's skin tone. Like that flatters her skin tone. And she is nowhere near light or fair. She's more of like going into like the tan, because obviously I feel like I am tan. So I would say that if they had one before that, like a fair, it would be perfect. Like fair, light, and then medium. This one's medium, right? Yeah, this is the medium one, and then the darker one. And they probably should have made a darker one, because I feel like these are just not going to flatter every single person out there. And I know it's very hard for people that have very, very fair skin to find things that suit them without them looking a little too cray-cray on them. Same thing with my darker skin girls. It's hard for them to find products that will look really nice on them because a lot of things just don't work. So I feel like when you can cater to those two groups and you have colors that will suit them, then it's so much more easier to cater to everybody in between, because I feel like those colors are a little bit easier to work with. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dive in. I did a full face of makeup, didn't do anything too crazy, just did some lashes, brows, foundation, lipstick, concealer. I did go ahead and use my All Hours foundation, which I have really been enjoying. I feel like it looks so beautiful on the skin, so this is definitely something that I'm going to keep in my collection. I'm gonna go ahead and start with this lighter shade. I feel like this brown right here is kind of like a neutral brown, at least for me. I feel like it's not too warm, but it's not cool. So I feel like it's a neutral one. This is definitely warm. So I'm just gonna go ahead. Definitely pigmented. There is a like fallout right on here, and my brush is ready to go. So usually when I do my contour, I kind of just go in circular motions because I like to do something very, very subtle. I don't want it to be too crazy. It looks really nice on my skin. I feel like it looks extremely subtle. It doesn't look so intense. So I'm gonna do this side. I must say though, because I feel like this brush is so new, it's a little hard to work with, or maybe I'm just like overthinking it, but I just feel like I probably need to get like a good use out of it and really like roughen it up, because sometimes that's the problem. You need to like roughen it up a little bit. I also like how it has this indent to where you can really hold it as if you're holding a pencil and really like add as much as you want or as little as you want. I feel like on my skin complexion, this is much more subtle because I do see myself building this up a little bit more. Like I've already built it up a few times, but I like it. I feel like it doesn't look too crazy on my skin tone, but it also looks pretty good. I'm gonna take the darker shade right here, and I'm just going to apply that up at the top. Into the hairline, so that it's not like brown and then like white. Wow, honestly, I know a lot of people were saying like, oh, the colors are too warm, but for my complexion, the colors are like working. I feel like it adds just enough warmth to really add dimension to my face, but not take away or not make it look like I'm wearing a mask. So I would say if you're doing like a cheek contour, this side of the brush will definitely give you that nice angle, subtle and not too intense. If you want to cut it, you can always bake underneath. But if you like something that's quick on the go for every day, then you definitely just need something like this. Go in circular motions up in this area to create that like definition on your cheekbone, and then you're good to go. Okay, so now we're gonna go into my favorite part, the part that I'm most excited about, because this kit is supposed to be like amazing when it comes to the highlighters. Every review that I've seen thus far, the highlighters just look phenomenal. So we're gonna go in with the other side, which is this side right here. I do feel like it's a little too big to be a highlighter. Like I feel like it's gonna just patch it all up, but we shall see. So we're gonna take this more yellow shade. I feel like the more yellow shade will suit my skin complexion. Holy shiz. Kim, girl, you slayed the highlight. Now I must say, now after trying the brush, I don't think that it occupied as much space as I thought it would, because it literally just packed it in this area. It didn't like take it all the way down. I was just worried that because it was so big and fat, it was going to just come downwards, but it didn't. It stayed in place. Holy crap. I feel like this, I would more want to use it to blend out my contour down below and up here, and then just use the other side to like carve out my cheekbones. But the highlight looks beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to be taking my regular highlight brush, which is my Morphe M501. And I'm gonna be digging more into this like white pink color right here and applying that. pretty. But her highlighters are doing the damn thing for me right now. They are doing the damn thing. Okay, so now that I've applied 2 different highlighters, I probably look weird, but honestly, I feel like for right now that I'm a little bit more on the tan side, this color, which is the more like golden color, it's like a gold, like a yellow gold color, this one right here, I feel like that one flatters my skin complexion a little bit more right now because I am tanner. I feel like this one, you can definitely, for my skin complexion, you can see that it's kind of more like white. So I feel like in the winter time, like deep into the winter, like around the end of November, Christmas, this is going to flatter my complexion more because as you can see, I got really tan. This is usually my color during the winter. So I feel like that will probably be a little bit more wearable in the winter time. Honestly, my first impressions are really positive. I feel like this kit looks wonderful and I feel like this really suits my skin complexion. I honestly have kits. I have the Kat Von D kit and I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and they're beautiful kits, but I don't use all the colors in there because they don't suit me. They come with 6 colors and I feel like some of the colors I've never even touched. The banana powder I would always use, and then I would always use the the medium brown because those are the ones that suited me the best. Now, I know some people were saying like she should have had like just like a matte highlight instead of having 2 powders, but to be honest, I do not gravitate towards a palette powder to set my under eyes, to kind of highlight my under eyes. I go in with my Laura Mercier powders or any loose setting powder because I feel like that's more effective than using a powder in one of these pans, because I just feel like I'm so over it. Like I'm over the banana powder. I feel like it's just too bright for me. I look back at some of my old videos and I'm like, girl, oh my gosh, that banana powder's on fleek right now. It's so bright. So I just feel like, to be honest, I feel like right now we're in a time period where highlighter is just so needed, like this shimmery highlighter. So I feel like her concept was perfect. I feel like this is probably the most wearable contour palette that I personally have because these are actually colors that I will put in my purse like when I travel, and I will be like, okay, I have everything I need in here. I don't have to reach for other highlighters. I have my powders. I have everything just for sculpting and highlighting in one little situation. But overall, both of the contours look very nice. I really like how the more warm one looked. I thought it was going to look really crazy, but it actually looked really nice on my cheeks. And then the darker shade also looked nice up here. It didn't look muddy whatsoever. I feel like it really brought the attention to my face more towards the center, which is technically what contour is supposed to do. It's kind of supposed to hide those and minimize, and then just bring the light into the center area. So I really like that. So I would have to say, Kim, I give you a thumbs up on this. Your swatches weren't the best, but guess what? Every company has its learning moments, and if it wasn't for, you know, the mistakes you made, you wouldn't be able to progress. So I completely understand. I mean, we all make mistakes. I know that she's at such a high level right now that when she makes mistakes, it's like, you fucked up. But come on, we need to give each other a break. So those are my thoughts. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. I really quickly do want to say I completely forgot to mention this because I was so excited to try this palette out before I leave, that I just want to thank you guys so much for 10,000 subscribers. Oh my god, it literally, just saying it is unbelievable. Like, I remember when I hit 100 subscribers, when I hit 1,000, and I was freaking out, and I feel like 10,000, like, that just sounds so insane to me, and I just want to thank you guys so much. I want to thank you so much for your constant sweet comments, for your motivating words, because honestly, I'm human like any other person. Sometimes I have my days where I'm down, sometimes I have my days where I'm like, should I keep going? And like, we're not all perfect. Like, we overthink and we want to make sure our stuff is perfect. So sometimes we have our hard days, and I just want to thank you guys because whenever I do have a hard day, there's always somebody or just one comment that I read that day whenever I'm having a rough day that just lifts me up so high and reminds me why I started doing this and why I continue to do it and why I'm so passionate about it. So I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for riding with me through these years, months, however long you've been here. I appreciate it so much. So cheers to 5,000 more subscribers so we can hit 15K one of these days, and then 20K, and then 50K, and then 100,000K, I will be here. I will be riding for you guys, always giving you guys the best reviews, the most honest reviews, because that's so important to me. And you guys always tell me how much money I save you guys, and that makes me so happy, because I would never want you to go out to purchase a product that I fully feel like you don't need or you do need, because I'm all about saving money. I know it's hard. Like, we have so much other shit to pay for, so I got you. So if you guys are new to my channel, then please go ahead and subscribe down below. That helps me out so much, because we can reach bigger goals. And I always set goals for ourselves and for us as a family here on YouTube. So I'm just excited for what we have in the future. So I will be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye, guys.